Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I will disappoint you. I will not speak about science. I will speak about phage therapy as a therapy and as a business. I'll try to explain how we approach all this entire issue of the phage therapy. You might know that the Eliava Institute is one of the oldest institutes, not only in Georgia, but in the entire universe. And we started working with the phage therapy back in damn Soviet times, in the 60s, 70s, and we're now revitalizing that stuff now. So just to explain, as I said, about the business, how do we construct a system to support the Eliava Institute with the phage therapy and with some other stuff, what we are doing. We took the model of the Wisconsin University and create the scientists, the institute and the scientists of the institute created the foundation, non-for-profit organization, which is an umbrella type of organization. And then we have for-profit LTDs down there, which is production of the phages, then diagnostic center, then media, bacteriological media production, and the phage therapy center. And we have also some management kind group, which is helping and assisting whenever is needed. It works very well. The only difference with the Wisconsin University is that when Wisconsin University founded the system in the 20s, they had around $25 million that time, and I had zero. But it still works. Well, I'll start with the diagnostic center, as it is the oldest part of the institute, which started working as an LTD already somewhere in the beginning of the 90s, as soon as it was allowed to have some private enterprises down on the former Soviet territory. And they have quite a work done already. Then we just took the numbers of 1 year. Around 35,000 analyses they are making per year, and approximately half of it are bacteriological analysis. Bacteriological analysis, which includes the susceptibility to the antibiotics and bacteriophages. That's what they're doing in a standard manner. Now, this is just to show what is the so-called the arena of working, and what are the samples we are taking from the patients that are coming to the institute. And now this is very strange. Please pay attention to this. We all are speaking that the phages are killing everything, and then none of the bacteria can stay phages. But I took this analysis, what happened during the last year. And you can see that approximately 1/3 of the bacteria and phages do not work. And that creates a question for me. Why it is going so? Because look, when we are working with the strains that are purified, classified, then look, and from the different origin, from UK, from Germany, from New York University, phage is working somewhere in 95–99% cases. And this is not only Staph aureus, but for instance, this is E. coli. We had this collection from Ireland, and around 90% of the phages were working towards this collection. So why it happens so, right? The question immediately arises. My conclusion, our conclusion was that, and it's confirmed then by preliminary analysis that we performed, that the difference in the guys which are coming just to the diagnostic centers and the in vitro checking of the phages against bacteria is because the diagnostic center should work in a quick manner. The people are coming and they don't want to wait for 4, 5, 6 days when you had totally separated all the mixture of bacteria and which is the prevalent bacteria, and then checking towards phage. And it's partly, it's rough, I would say, the first analysis that they're doing in just 2 days, and saying that, look, the phages work or phages doesn't work, but there are some antibiotics that does work, and so on and so on. So that's the main point from what we are seeing here. This, I'm sure you all know why, but this is usually the arguments which we are providing to people who are coming. Why phages? And these arguments are, from my point of view, quite impressive, especially some of them, that there are practically no side effects like it is in with antibiotics, and that works. The other point is what we are offering to the doctors throughout Georgia. Why phages? Why they should prescribe the phages to the patients. And these arguments are also working with the doctors, and they are well equipped with this kind of arguments, and they more and more Georgian doctors are involved in using the phages. Now, yes, what comes out from what I said? We changed the rules to the patients who are coming to diagnostic lab, and instead of just saying that, okay, we will take the swab and check the against phages, against antibiotics, we are asking them, offering them. We can do it quickly in 2 days, but you will have preliminary analysis, not totally exact analysis. But we can say that what will work and how it will work, and would it be antibiotics or phages. We offer them that, okay, we can make extended analysis and we can isolate it pure culture and then say that, yes, this is prevalent and the main pathogen that causes the problems for your health. And then we also can offer them that if the commercial phages are not working or working in a weak manner, we can enhance this phage in the cocktail or separately prepare for you, and it will take time. So all three versions are viable, and it depends, you know, how these guys are. Some of them are saying that, okay, I want the result now, tomorrow. Some of them are saying that, okay, I would prefer to have as exact diagnosis as possible. So it works in both manner. You know, when we're working with the foreign patients who are coming from abroad, we're always asking them, first of all, to send us the strain. Would we strain isolate it or swab. And then we have time to analyze. These guys who are living, I don't know, starting from the United States and ending in China, they are not in a hurry, usually. They have to fly somewhere in the middle of nowhere to the country of Georgia. Most of them still thinking that it is Atlanta, but then they are changing their minds. And so we can come up with the very precise results to them. And that usually works. Now, this is the new part of the institute. This is Phage Therapy Center. We opened it 2 years ago. And more people coming to this center. We are now equipped with quite a good equipment with, in connections with our friend who is running clinic in Queens, and we created some kind of joint venture. And we have not only phage therapy, but we have some very good equipment like MRI or CAT scan or et cetera, which is necessary, by the way, for qualified treating of the patients, because before that we were collecting all that knowledge from here, there, and in the different hospitals in Tbilisi. It's jumping from too much. Okay, so this is not so many guys like in diagnostic center. You remember it were around 35,000. It's around 1,000 visitors during a year here. But this shows the tendency. If in 2007, when I came back to the institute, I got only 5 letters from abroad, this year, during a half a year, I already got some 160. This is still anecdotal, of course, but this shows the tendency. And this is not showing the tendency that we are very good. This shows the tendency of the situation that the resistance to antibiotics is increasing, and is increasing quite with serious speed. So, as I said, we working with the foreign patients, which is not very common in Georgia, that somebody from the United States coming, or UK, for cure. Usually it's just vice versa. Georgians are jumping and running to Europe and States to be cured. But this is quite unique sphere, so we enjoying this, and this is not important. They are enjoying that. We cured all these patients who came to us, any of them. Now, looks like that I'm mixing all the time which direction I should go. Then these are what kind of diseases we are working with, what are most frequently occurring. We started to compile all this information. It's still not big, massive of information, but we already have some figures which gives a possibility to come up with some conclusions. I'll turn to that at the end. Now, several cases, just to show how it works. With the kind of compartmenting it is that we took several acute infections, and this is 6 months old kid with very serious diarrhea, and after 10 days everything is gone. Also acute stuff. Now it's 44 years old woman from Germany. She was working in Georgia, that's why she jumped to us because with the acute infection, it's hard to imagine that somebody will jump to Georgia. This treating with PO-phage and CES-phage gave the results that the flora is normal and she's well. One more acute infection. It is interesting because it is acne, which I understand that, and you all know that acne is not caused by strep or staphylo. There is a specific bacteria, this Propionibacterium acne, which causes this disease. And we do not have this bacteria right now in our collection. As I know, just last year, some guys in California isolated these phages toward this pathogen. But while working with this disease, with the phages which are acting against staphylo and strepto, you can get the excellent result, because the most important thing is the secondary infection there, which causes a problem in these guys. Well, the other stuff is chronic infections. This is the woman from Canada, and finally she is good, because it looks like that when she was studying in the school, she missed the lesson when she was taught what is the dot, and she's speaking non-stop. So it took several weeks of my sitting at the telephone and speaking with her, but finally it worked out, and she's happy. And now I know her telephone I'm not picking up. Because now she's not complaining, but she wants to say thank you, hello, and how are you? Up. This is the example where we are conducting work with the autophage, because we don't have Klebsiella phage in commercial phages, and in cases where the Klebsiella is the main pathogen, we're offering to prepare an autophage for this or that patient, and that works. Until now, we have excellent results with this autophages around Klebsiella. We're thinking and planning to create a new combination of the phages, new cocktail, where Klebsiella will be included, but it will take time. This is also, this is, what is interesting is irritable bowel syndrome, which is not as such the infectious disease, but the infectious, the bacteria which appears then is the main, main cause of problems for the patients. And eliminating this bacteria gives them a subjective condition which is reflected in normalization of all his problems. This I took just as an example that when Proteus, for instance, is working, then you should have in mind that the Proteus component in the phages is quite weak, but it still works. We need some improvement of this component, of Proteus component, but adding of the probiotics is working in an excellent manner. And it's more general, I just took it as an example here. This is also, as an example, quite interesting because this woman was ill with Cartagener syndrome, which has nothing to do with the infectious disease. But as you might know, the Cartagener syndrome is just everything is changed in the organism. Heart is on the right side, and they are very vulnerable to any kind of infectious disease. And she came. She was doctor herself, and she tried everything what she was getting in the United States, and she just came to check, is it right the phage works or not? And you can see the result down there. She was happy when getting out from Georgia. This is also such a case when the chronic obstruction pulmonary disease is not just infectious disease, but it works also with when there's secondary infections. Do I have some more time, or should I? No? You promised me to add some. I already did. Okay. 2 minutes.
1 minute.
Okay, this just to show the examples of these patients. Here is the analysis of this guy. Oh, Anyway, these all guys are saying that how it was good and how they were dying, and we gave them possibility to survive. 3 or 4 examples down here. Now, as I wrote there instead of summary, what we are doing now. We are, as I said, introducing into general practice extended phage susceptibility analysis. We are opening, by the way, Betty, that is, I think it's very good that we came to that, so-called authorized pharmacy, which means in Georgian legislation that we have the right to sell openly the autophages, the different forms, would-be ointments and all that stuff over there. Professor, we're exploiting your experience with compiling the clinical results, and that might be a good thing to speak together maybe with the naturopaths and here and with our Polish colleagues and ourselves to create some big compilation. And one of the very important things that together with Canadian, Czech and Ukrainian colleagues, we are starting to produce GMP phage preparations in Czech Republic where we will have access to bring them to Georgia. I hope that it will go well, because I have rather sad experience with many institutions of taking the phages and create the GMP, including very serious military institutions in the United States that finally didn't work. But there are good people in the world, and I'm sure they know. I'm sure one of them, and the best, is Dr. Elizabeth Cutter. With her assistance, we are trying to achieve that heights, and you can see the assistance on my back. She's making this photo. So applause to Betty.
We have time for a couple of questions.
Can you just confirm, have you just been treating with phage and no any other treatment for all the chronic patients and the case studies? Is that
no. It depends. We are using as many treatment as it needed. It might be probiotics, it might be antibiotics, it might be some other stuff, because there are experienced doctors who are looking not on just only this infection, but in general condition, and there are usually many things that they are compiling together with treating the patient. What are we doing? Yeah, the problem.
So when you used to eat probiotics here, there's no good E. coli in any of our food.
No, I cannot complain. There are very good E. coli, and where there are bifidobacteria and lactobacteria preparations, excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.